Namaskar, I am Dr. Sangeeta Laha, Associate Professor and Dean of Faculty of National University of Study and Research in Law. In today's lecture, I will be discussing with you all the legality of live-in relationship. Why I have chosen this topic? Because this is a topic which is not only an interesting one, but lot of debate and discussions have in the last 10 years have shown the changing trends of marriage and the changing trends of live-in relationship in India. Now in India, there exists only one kind of relationship between the couple, either that of the Muslim or that of the Christian or that of the Parsis or that of the Hindus, and that is marriage. Our society is not relatively mature enough to accept the other kind of relationship, which is live-in relationship. In my earlier lecture, I've already discussed marriage, which is considered to be mostly a sacrament, a union between two souls, which was a very old concept. But later on, there has been the changing trends in the concept of marriage. But why live-in relationship? Marriage is more based on understanding, love and affection and compatibility. Many a times, the young couples, before entering into the marriage, would like to have a live-in relationship. Why? Because they want to develop a compatibility. They want to develop a sense of understanding. For example, two college students in metropolitan area may come for studies and hunt for a house. Because of the exorbitant rate of the houses, which they cannot afford at that point of time, they mutually agree to stay together. And somehow they develop a domestic relationship, that is live-in relationship. From this concept, the live-in relationship has taken a new trend in India. Now, marriage is more of a sacrament and a divine concept and has been in practice since ages. But for a number of reasons, this concept is losing its divineness. And as I told you, from love, it may end up into debate, then into quarrel, and then into divorce. So many couples do not want to undergo such a trauma, and they believe just in live-in relationship. Therefore, live-in relationship has come as a substitute for marriage and have started evolving, having its own stand in the society. So what do we understand from the concept of live-in relationship? There may be a misnomer, there may be a misconception regarding this live-in relationship. So live-in relationship is a living arrangement in which an unmarried couple live together under the same roof in a long-term relationship that resembles a marriage. And when I use the term long-term relationship, it means it has to go for quite a number of years. So live-in relationship is not that coming into a relationship and getting out of it. One cannot have this or one cannot exercise the rights that one otherwise would get in a live-in relationship or in a marriage. Live-in relationship, therefore, is no marriage, wherein the parties are not having saptapadi or kanyadan or a reading or a chanting of the Sanskrit slokas from the Vedas, etc. Or in other sense, it doesn't have the solemnization of marriage under any law, especially under the Hindu Marriage Act, which says that every marriage must have the saptapadi. So until and unless the saptapadi, that seventh step is complete, marriage is not taken to be solemnized. In a live-in relationship, the word solemnize is not there because solemnize is a very important word to establish a valid marriage. In India, marriage is actually of two types, especially in Hindu law. One is a valid marriage and the second one is a void marriage. Now, what do we understand a void marriage? Void marriage means it is no marriage in the eyes of law. If it is no marriage in the eyes of law, the parties do not establish the rights and obligations for each other. For example, if the man concealing his first marriage solemnizes the second marriage, then that second marriage becomes a void marriage. So, in order to establish that the second marriage is a valid one, the first marriage has to be a void marriage. Otherwise, if the second marriage itself becomes a void marriage, neither the man can be punishable because it doesn't attract any punishment such as bigamy, neither the woman can claim maintenance from her so-called man, that is the husband. But nowadays, what we find, there is an alternative to marriage, especially in the metropolitan cities. There is no specific law on the subject of live-in relationship in India. There is no legislation to define what is live-in relationship, or what do we understand by live-in relationship, what is the status of the children born to such relationship, etc., etc. Currently, the law is unclear about the status of such relationship, though a few rights have been granted to prevent gross misuse of such relationship by the partners. Legalizing live-in relationship means a totally new set of laws need to be framed for governing the relations, including protection in case of desertion, in case of cheating in the relationship, in case of maintenance, in case of inheritance, etc. So a lot of rights have to be seen that flows from a normal marriage. Does it flow from a live-in relationship? So what I'm trying to, build an argument in this lecture, that there has to be a legislation required in such type of relationship, so that if the woman is abandoned or deserted and leads a life of vagrancy, where will she go? Or the children that comes out such relationship, how they should be treated? What should be their access rights? Should they get the inheritance from the so-called father and mother? Should they get maintenance from such couples? So, what is the law, or what is the judicial trend in such cases? Now, the fundamental rights that have been mentioned in Article 21 of the Constitution of India grants all citizens right to life and personal liberty, which means one has the freedom or the choice to live the way one wants. Live-in relationship may be immoral in the eye of law, but it is not legal. And this has been said in a number of Supreme Court decisions. The Indian judiciary neither expressly encourages nor prohibits such kind of live-in relationship in India. The judiciary is only rendering justice in accordance with law and interprets, and therefore wants to prevent the miscarriage of justice. Therefore, the judiciary is just deciding cases, keeping in mind the social, moral and constitutional values.